Alright, time to get on this sprocket. Ordered this off eBay. Some things I did notice. This is a 79 Ironhead Sporster sprocket cover. This is an 88 Sportster sprocket cover. The holes here match. Holes there at the top match. And this hole here matches. This hole matches. So this matches, this matches, this matches, and this matches. And that's an 88 1200 sprocket cover. I already started figuring out what I was going to do. And then I got this in the mail. I think this one's in pretty good condition. I may not cut this one off. Oh yeah, it looks really clean. Wow. That's super clean. That's too clean for me. Wow, that one's pretty. That's everything I need. Down to the bolt here. So I think I'm going to leave this nice shiny one alone. I'm going to cut up this old haggard one. But I would like to know, I'd have to check my eBay again, but this one's more modern. I want to say it's like in the 96, 95. Yeah, these holes match, match, match. Match here too. Awesome. Alright, so I'll get to cutting this up, transfer everything over, get it installed. We'll see how it fits. It's almost a shame because this one looks way better than my old crusty one here. Yeah, I guess I'll put this on the Ironhead. Alright, let me cut all that up. We'll see what happens. Alright, one thing I did notice right before I started cutting it up is now I remember why I cut it this direction on the other one. Because I followed that casting mark to give it more strength. If I cut like this, cutting against the casting marks, and it's going to be weaker. That's why I did it the other way last time. One thing that's cool too, 79, 88. So you got the curve for the starter, even all the way to 88. The casting curve is still there. Thought that was cool. Still there. But yeah, I'm going to have to cut it this direction just to keep that strength in there, because these things are so flimsy, man. Just thin aluminum. But that's what I'm going to have to do. Alright, so I got it cut. Gave myself plenty of room. Just wanted to keep that top and that bottom, all that meat around those holes. Let's see. All I gotta do is trim that down. All right, I got the 88 cut up, cleaned up. Outside anyways. Let's see how it fits. Moment of truth. Nice. What's it hitting? Oh, it's hitting the hose. Damn. Yeah, I gotta do something with these hoses. I think, like stock, these things were supposed to have a cooler on the front. And that could be why there's only room for one hose to snake up through. And that might be what the deal is. Try to move. It's really hard to do with one hand. There we go. That's it, man. All I gotta do is jack it up, make sure the chain isn't hitting anything in there. Let me back up. That should do it. That's gonna give me my rear brakes. None of this shenanigans. You know, I was able to take this off. There was a little snap ring in there. There's still the lever arm in there. It's not hitting anything. I checked and make sure even if it does rattle, it's not going to catch the chain or anything. But until this winter, when I can cut this back, this has got to stay on there because the only way to get that off, take this off. I really don't want to do that again right now. But I'll check clearance on this, make double sure that nothing's hitting. You can see my oil line issue. I really want to keep these above the bottom of the frame, but it's a pretty fucking tight fit. Yeah, I'll get all this mounted and probably get it up on the stand so I can spin that wheel, make sure that chain is not rubbing anything in here. I'll come back to you. All right, I got everything mounted up, and of course there's some kind of baloney. The stud that comes out of the motor right there. Is about 1/4 of an inch in the way. I hate to do it. You know, that's a stud that goes into the motor. I hate to cut that, but it's in the way. It needs to get cut. I'm guessing these studs can get damaged and bent from falling, and maybe you could double nut this and pull it out and replace it if you wanted to. But I'm gonna cut 1/4 of an inch off that. But before I do that, I want to jack it up, make sure this chain and sprocket spin freely and there isn't some other kind of something binding up in here before I go cutting that. There may be some other kind of problem that makes it, just not doable. Only other issue I see is the brake line. You know, there's a frame horn right here, but that would be really weird to have this big loop. You can get caught on stuff. So it looks like the best way to go would be between the chain. I think there's enough clearance. I might have to weld in some kind of tab here, circular tab that the brake line can go through. So it'll keep here and not have like, a zip tie that could fail or just look like crap. But yeah, kind of sucks. Really didn't want to cut anything important that, it's not reversible. But I'm gonna jack this up and make sure everything's good here. If everything's good here, I'm gonna cut it. But I'll get back. All right, here it is jacked up. So that's a go. I'm gonna cut that nut. I'll come back. All right, so it turns out I can unscrew this. So I'm gonna unscrew it and cut it, and I hope that oil doesn't come out when I unscrew it. Nope. All right, awesome. Let's cut this down. Actually, there's more threads on this end. So I'm gonna cut this side down. All right, I'll be back. All right, bolts cut. I ended up cutting about 3/8 off of it since I saw I had that much play. It's gonna work. These 1/4 inch bolts, they're too short. I need something a little bit longer, so I'm gonna have to grab some more of these from Ace Hardware. I've got one there and one here. You can see, especially with this, yeah, it needs a little bit more meat to get in there. But other than that, works.